Aloha everyone, Leilani here with Lei Living Aloha. I wanted to share with you my message on self-love and self-care, and the two are not interchangeable, but they are both on its own very different. So means looking at your relationships and what does that mean for you? Are any of these relationships toxic? Do you have a working relationship that just you don't agree with this person, but what are you doing to resolve the issues? What are you doing to release any of this negative energy? Are you in a relationship, an unhealthy relationship with any of your family members, with any of your friends? And can you release any of this pressure, or can you release any of this negative energy, or can you just let go of this relationship? Are you in a career that you just love what you do and you're doing what you love, or are you in a career that's just paying the bills? Are you in a career that just supports your family and supports you? What are you doing to supplement that if your career doesn't fill your life up with love? Are you having a good social life with your friends and with your family? Are you staying connected? Are you experiencing that human connection on a level where it's not superficial, but on a deeper spiritual connection where you can just be open and free without judgment, and have a social life of just being able to have fun, for recreation, for creativity? Things like, for me, is taking a dance class, instilling physical activity back into my life, and it's definitely given me the energy and being able to sustain this energy, not feeling sluggish, because now I have the time to do hula. I'm really bringing that back into my life because it's a part of my culture. It's a part of who I am ever since I was a little girl when I danced. And what are the things that you are doing to still feel connected with your relationships, with your social life, with your career? And what are you doing for your health? Are you eating the foods that nourish your body, that give you fuel? Look at your spirituality. And that necessarily doesn't mean being religious, although I do believe in God and I do believe in higher purpose, and I do believe that the universe always has your back. But for you, that can mean just being at peace within yourself, being at peace when you're in nature, things in life that bring you joy. So I ask you, what are those things that you are doing for your self-care? It doesn't necessarily mean just getting a massage, but I mean, those things do help. Like for me, I get acupuncture, I get a massage, and these things, being aware and changing my mindset and being able to press that reset button when I need to evoke this joy and happiness into my life with positive affirmations, is being very rewarding for me. But that self-love, even though I was doing all this self-care, the self-love is what I was missing and lacking in my life. And for the past few years, since my mom's death, and she passed away back in July of 2015, but I have to say, losing a loved one was in such a dark place, because I felt like at the time I was traveling and I was in Asia, I was in the Philippines after Typhoon Yolanda. I was helping support this NGO, this nonprofit organization. This is what I want to do with my life. I want to be in service. But when I had to come back home, I was feeling resentful and guilty and really upset that I had to come back home when I was here trying to pursue my career and pursue my life. But at the same time, I have no regrets. I don't ever regret coming back home, because it really taught me patience and perseverance and strength for myself. And I had to sit in this lonesome, in these dark times, where I actually needed to seek a bereavement counselor just last year, even after how many years after my mom passed, 3 years later, where I'm like, I still need help. I mean, I have very close friends that I've been able to confide in, but I also even seeked out a healer and a psychic medium where they needed to cleanse me. There was one point where I was in such a dark place and I was bawling my eyes out because I had the worst dream ever, and it was about this little girl. And I didn't know who the little girl was, but the little girl felt like it was me. And it was this 7-year-old Leilani, where she was crying and she was scared and she felt alone. And these were honestly emotions that I was feeling. And my healer told me I needed to speak to my 7-year-old self and imagine that I was giving her a little pep talk and consoling her. And I had to give her the biggest hug ever. And I had to give myself a hug. And I had to tell her that she's worthy, and that she's beautiful, and that she's loved, and that she deserves love, and that she deserves everything that her heart desires in her lifetime, and that everything is going to be okay. So whatever it is that you need to do to give you that self-love, being able to stop and pause and take a breath and just realize what are these feelings and where are they stemming from. And I'm still figuring that out. I'm still a work in progress. I know I'm not perfect. And as women, we tend to give of ourselves to everyone else and take of ourselves last. And it is time where we put ourselves first, because if we're running on empty and we're running from that glass half full, we need to give and fill from our overflow, that teacup that runneth over from that saucer cup. That's where we need to give from and be of service for our family and our friends and in our career. I've just been wanting to show up for myself, and this is me showing up for me and being able just to share my story and share my journey with all of you. Please hit the like button if you liked my message, and please subscribe to my channel. I'm Leilani, Relay Living Aloha. Uhuyo. Until we meet again.